Hey there once again folks to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Last time it was another somber one, a more toned down from the humor, like it kinda had been. Everybody, the realization of the situation seemed to have really finally gotten to people. Plus we found out more about Tsugumi and her background. Quite a fascinating story that is. And but Sora, she came through at the end of last episode and really brought the level up again. Sora, I'm kind of leaning towards that's my favorite character besides Takashi. Though, see, the good thing about a good story is every character can be likable, or at least entertaining. You can be a bit annoying, but I'm sure when we get, I'm sure that there's more backstory to her that can make her a likable character as well. I mean, well, she's not unlikable, but she can be a bit annoying. But she's not Jar Jar Binks or nothing. Though I never had that much against Jar Jar. I could have been with or without him, But that's not the point. Sora came through and brought it back up another level. So let's see if this mood changes for the good or the bad. Whether it pays off, I should say. The gloomy atmosphere that had been hanging over the gathering lightened, and everyone started thinking about how they should spend their time. Sora's smile instilled everyone with courage. I was grateful for that piece of code in Sora's AI, the function that allowed her to be calm in times of trouble. We transferred to the rest area. Everyone found a seat around the central stage. A ripple ran through the water on the floor. A wave smashed back and forth from wall to wall. This is serious. Understatement. What are we going to do? I didn't have any ideas. A few quiet discussions were going on. Yet, from where I stood, it seemed the more people spoke, the murkier the answers became. From the beginning, it was the same debate repeated over and over again. Should we wait for help? Should we seek an escape route? All I could do was look to the ceiling. There was no sign that any bright ideas were on their way to my head. We were just waiting for the walls and ceiling to come crumbling down.
どうしたの少年みんな気をつけて動かないで立ち上がらないで
A deep moan rumbled through the room as the floor began to shake. Kid seems to be possibly more sensitive than the others. A wave of fear ran through us. Soon the shaking ceased.
もう大丈夫だよ。心配いらないって。ね、ソラ。
はい、今の揺れはおそらく海底の熱水噴出口の噴出量が一時的に多くなったせいだと思います。
But her facial coloring still hadn't returned to normal. Everyone looked around the room, exchanging glances. And just like that, nervous tension refilled the room again. Not again. I decided to take charge. Which is what I expected him to do the last time. Not that I'm against Sora, being the one to do it, but... Alright, listen up everyone. I rose to my feet and shouted to everyone. Listen, just stay where you all are. I'm going to check the kiosk on the second floor. Everyone looked shocked as I yelled. Some jaws even dropped. They may have been half put off by me. Really? You think? You did tell them, stay where you are. You know, what are you, a cop or something? Still, I didn't concern myself with that. Yeah, the cop shows are on in the background a lot here. I don't watch them, but I hear them from the other room a lot. So that's probably one. That was the first thing I thought of. No matter how stupid it seemed, I continued. I'm going above to grab some snacks for everybody. There's plenty up there, and we still should be able to eat it. It'll be a pain to go get it later, and it doesn't make sense to let them go to waste. Alright, we're going to eat here. And let's have a good time. Oh, that's right. Does anybody want beer? You raised your hand timidly.
お酒はレミューの売店には置いてないはずだよ。地上と気圧が違うせいで悪酔いするお客さんがいたらしいから。
That's too bad. Well, hardly any of you look like you could hold your drink anyway. I guess it'll have to be juice.
Takeshi.
That would have been horrible if they got him drunk, the kid. Now it's the kid who raised his
上
hand.
から運ばなくても飲み物ならまだタスタ売店の方にもたくさんあるよ。缶ジュース、紙コップもいるから僕が持ってこようか。
Alright, kid, you do that.
任せてよ。
The kid laughed. It seemed he was over the events from the day before.
ここも手伝うよ。
An excited Coco raised her hand, volunteering.
ピピも手伝いたいって。
Great! Alright, let's go and get the supplies.
そら、時間はまだあるよね。
You asked Sora this in a small
正
voice.
確なシミュレーションはできませんが、少なくともここは午後2時までは安全です。私が保証します。
What time was it before? I can't remember. Sora replied casually.
よし、
You nodded and looked up.
少年、一緒にタスタ売店に行こうか。飲み物ありったけここに持ってこよう。
I'm getting the feeling this is the big party before the disaster. as is in a lot of movies and stuff, you know. If they're in a dire strait and it's like a war movie or something, and they have like a big get together, you know. Everybody's happy, you know, the next morning the attack is gonna happen and probably all of them gonna die. I can't think of any specific examples of that, but that's a cliche, I'm sure. Why can't I think of a specific? Oh well.
オッケー、そうしよう。
そうだ。
You slammed her fist into her hand excitedly and looked about the room.
つぐみはどうするの？って、あれ？いないね、つぐみ。
What? I frantically surveyed the room as well, but Tsugumi was nowhere in sight. Where the heck did she go? And when did she leave?
小町さんは先ほどさりげなく部屋を出て行かれました。2階に向かったようですけど。
しょうがないな。まあ、すぐに戻ってきてくれると信じますか。ね、クラナリ。
Yeah.
それじゃあみんな、宴会の準備よろしく。
ああ。
おう。
Yeah.
宴会しよう、そうしよう。
I had only thrown out the idea as a way to lighten the mood. And before I knew it, we had ourselves a full-blown party in the making. Well, whatever. It's better than having everyone moping around. Soon Coco, Pee-Pee, and I left to get food. We took the emergency stairs.
パッピプッペポポッペパッペポポッピパッピプ
Not exactly lining up with the audio, but yeah, I guess it's accurate enough.
パッピピ
Hello, puppy. As we climbed the stairs, Coco sang some crazy song. You seem like you're in a good mood, Coco.
なんかね、ドキドキワクワクするの。
Really? Never could tell. You're always so quiet and unobtrusive.
いよいよクライマックス。ヒロインたちの絶体絶命のピンチにさっそうとヒーローは現れる。お嬢さん、大丈夫ですか？お怪我はありませんか？そこまでだ。仮面怪人ドッペル男、悪は許さん。このニュートリのエナジーパワーにかけて貴様を倒す。とう
Neutrino energy power.
なんて思ったりして。
Okay, it's good that you know you're pretending. That makes me feel a little bit better.
あ、タケピョン呆れたでしょう。呆れ返ってるでしょう。
No.
なんて不謹慎なお子様なんでしょう。あー、嘆かわしい。親の顔が見てみたいわー。とか。
Wow, now I feel mildly guilty about my comment earlier. No, it's not that, not at all. I mussed up her hair affectionately.
誰かがね、ここたちのピンチにさっそうと現れてくれるの。そう思ってて、本当にそうなるといいな。ねえ、ここが勝手に思っちゃう分にはいいっしょ？
Yeah, you're right. You know, to tell you the truth, I'm thinking the same way. I think that someone might come in to rescue us. I don't know about the neutrino stuff though.
そうだよね。
We wanted to believe that a hero was on the way. And that went for Coco, Pee-Pee, and me too. We reached the second floor. We turned down the corridor and entered the souvenir shop. Someone had beaten us there.
すぐにここに来てたんだ。
ええ、
I was shocked to see her. I totally blanked and went speechless.
私がここにいたらいけない？
Tsugumi spit her words out coldly. It was typical Tsugumi.
そんなことないよ。つぐみんも一緒に手伝ってくれるよね。
ええ、いいわ。仕方ないわね。
Tsugumi nodded reluctantly.
ここ、どうすればいいの？
そうだね。ね。
Tsugumi glanced at me. She didn't say anything and looked away quickly. Her eyes seemed dead. Thinking about it made me sad. 1 hour later, and they've got 2 hours and 17 minutes. 17 minutes, interesting. Before I've guaranteed safety. So Sora says. It's fascinating she knows absolutely sure that they're safe. Though, you know, I trust, you know, they should trust her, you know. We began our party in an elevated part of the rest area. Even without alcohol, the party was lively. The kid and I distributed the snacks and drinks to everyone. It was then that you volunteered to provide some entertainment. That's a surprise. It had been you or Coco. First, she performed an impersonation of a strange old archaeologist who had a talent for cracking a whip. Some strange old archaeologist? This game was done before the new Indiana Jones movie. Fascinating. This is a fortune teller. This game does tell the future. Then Coco came out in a makeshift sumo outfit and stomped her feet on the stage. Sora kept busy filling the room with hologram projections of rainbows. The rainbow-colored bubbles that floated from the water surface through the air were particularly pretty. After that, Tsugumi joined us. She added a little magic to the show as she dropped her hamster in her skirt pocket only to have it reappear in her breast pocket. That really impressed the crowd. Although I knew about her hamster, Chami, many didn't even know Tsugumi kept a pet. Then Kid and I performed a comedy skit. We pulled out one-liners and impromptu gags, which got huge laughter from everyone.
どうも失礼しました。
Thanks! Kid and I exited the stage to thunderous applause.
もう最高だよ。いやー、堪能させてもらったわ。
恐れ入ったわ。すごいですね、お二人とも。
Thank you, thank you.
ありがとうありがとう。
Actually, I was surprised too that you poked fun at yourself using the truth about you losing your memory as a gag.
そういうつもりでもなかったんだけど、流れでなんとなくね。
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, it looks like I've got nothing more to teach you, so go ahead and follow my comedy footsteps.
ああ、ごめんたけし。教わったこともう全部忘れちゃったよ。
Well, that's too bad. You should at least take notes. Notes! But never fear, I ain't taught you nothing yet.
そうだっけ？
And that was about it. The party gradually wound down. I then took a trip back to the chicken sandwich stand and brought sandwiches back for everyone. We all munched on hot sandwiches. These are so good. It wasn't exactly the ideal breakfast food. Everyone happily downed their food. Food. If LeMU collapsed soon, I thought that could be everyone's last meal. Everyone understood that, yet said nothing. No. Everyone understood, which is why they said nothing. Tsugumi. After finishing my sandwich, I got up the nerve to speak to Tsugumi.
何か用なの、たけし。
Tsugumi crouched on the stage. I crouched beside her and looked to see what she was doing. There, Tsugumi was drawing something on the stage with a thick marker. As usual, Tsugumi didn't look at me. She stopped scribbling for a moment. I decided to come out and say what I had to say. About yesterday. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to say, but...
何のこと？言ってる意味がよくわからないわ。
Tsugumi was curt in her response. Tsugumi? You're joking, right? There's no way you could have forgotten. I know I haven't. That's not just something you can just simply forget about. I realize it's not something you can talk about casually, but... Her eyes wandered around the room for a moment. Then she looked down again at the scribbles she had been drawing.
気にしてない。昨日のことは気にしてないから。あなたももう言わないで。何も言わないで。
Tsugumi was back to her drawing on the stage floor.
脱出方法を私も考えてるから邪魔しないで。
Tsugumi refused to look at me as she spoke. After that, I felt a little gun-shy. Okay then. I stood up and left her there. I walked over toward where Sora was. Hey, Sora.
あ、どうしましたか、倉成さん。
Sora smiled softly when she looked at me. Nothing much, I just have a lot on my mind.
レミには現在各種処理を任せてあります。何かトラブルがあればすぐに教えてくれます。通信も脱出法の検討ももちろん継続しています。ご安心くださいね。
Thanks, Sora. That helps. Can I ask what time it is? I need to set it on my...
お安いご用です。時刻は...
Hold on for a second. I took my PDA from my pocket. What I did...
空、ちょっといい？あ、はい。小町さん、何でしょうか？
Tsugumi was suddenly standing right between Sora and I. Tsugumi let out a nervous laugh.
話があるの。二人で話したいんだけど。二人きりでですか？ええ、お願い。実は脱出についてあなたに一つ提案があるのよ。え、本当ですか？何かいい方法が？そうよ。私にならできるかもしれない。本当にできそうかどうか、空の意見を聞いてみたいんだけど。
What? Wait a second. Tsugumi? Sora and I...
たけしは黙ってて。
Okay. Tsugumi held out her hand as if stopping my mouth in one motion. Which it did.
私は空と二人だけで話したいの。構わないでしょ？はい、わかりました。では、中央制御室で。そうね。行きましょうか。
The two got down from the stage and set off with very serious looks on their faces. Wait, hold up, you two. Don't go starting something without telling everyone. Why can't you just talk here?
たけし。
Tsugumi turned around and shot a sharp glare at me. Her eyes were ice.
黙っててって言ったでしょ。
She's all cold again towards him. Awesome. Sora and Tsugumi turned their backs to me and left together. Things around me got quiet. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? I felt alone. Balling up the sandwich wrapper, I threw it as hard as I could. The wrapper fell in the water, creating a series of ripples.
クラナリ、何してんのさ。
I'm littering. What's it to you?
ゴミ投げちゃダメじゃないのよ。
You picked the wrapper out of the water and twisted it around her finger. Who cares? It doesn't matter at this point anyway.
またまた。何いきなりふてくされちゃってるのかな、この男は。
I'm not sulking.
どうだかね。
You shrugged and let out a deep sigh.
はあ。よいしょ。
I glanced over to the corner of the room and saw Coco and Kid climbing a statue. Looking over at them, you and I sat down on the circular stage.
理由は明白。言うまでもない。元気はあってもから元気なのです。クラナリ選手はただいま落ち込んでいます。
Well, because, I mean, it isn't like that at all.
何がだからなのよ。だからってのは前述の事柄に対してつける接続詞なんだぞ。おかしいじゃないのさ。ほらどうした、なんとか反証してみんかい。うりうり。
I was pretending I was fine. Even I knew the reason was obvious. I was worried about her. You let out another fake sigh again.
じゃあ、あんたのそのうじうじぶりとは何の関係もなく質問しちゃおうかな。
Go ahead. As you wish. Huh. This time I was the one to sigh.
よーし、質問するよ。
Well, hurry up already.
何怒ってるのよ。
I'm not angry about anything.
はいはい。
The kid and Pee-Pee were playing sumo. Coco was the referee. That seems a little bit... It doesn't seem like a very fair match. I was watching them as you spoke.
ねえクラナリ、つぐみの怪我のことなんだけど、急速に治っていく彼女の傷、結局抜歯もしなかったんだよ、あれ。つぐみは変わりなく私たちと同じように生活してるけど、私も気にするまいと思って とにかく事実をありのまま受け入れてきたつもりなんだけど、やっぱりあれは普通じゃないよ。
She looked down at her feet when she spoke.
つぐみの体質のこと、倉成は何か知ってる？
No, I haven't. Wait, I might have.
なんだかはっきりしないな。どっちなのよ。
I'm sorry. I forgot. There's diseases flying around everywhere in this place. Mortality disease, forgetful disease, crazy disease. Sora's probably caught a virus too.
忘れた？いい加減なやっちゃな。それでも君は男かね？ん？ちょっと、なんとか言いなさいよ。
I was silent. I figured it was something just between Tsugumi and me, and I didn't really know enough about her condition to say, yeah, I know something. Plus, I was still having a difficult time believing the whole thing. Even when I saw it with my own eyes, part of my brain refused to accept it.
いっか。そっかそっか。忘れちゃったんだ。まあ、それなら仕方ないですな。
How come you asked me about it?
さあね。
You said this sarcastically, playing dumb. And then a serious look formed on her face.
実はね、レミを調査中に医療用のデータベースから気になる情報が出てきたの。ライプリヒ製薬のデータベースから。
Okay, I'm gonna butcher this horribly. I think. Leblick Pharmaceutical? I didn't feel like I butchered that. I probably did. If you butcher it, you probably don't feel like you're butchering anything. Leblick Pharmaceutical? Database?
多分救護室で治療の時に使うものだと思うんだけど。
Coco and Pee-Pee. I could hear the splashes from their running
デ
echo.
ータを見て私信じられなかった。老いることのない体、ウイルスによる変質、常識をはるかに超えてる。もしかしたら何か関係あるのかもしれない。データベースには症例の記録がいくつかあったの。つぐみと同じような症例の報告。一般にはまだほとんどその事例を知られていないウイルス性の疾患。
I would think it would be rather small, otherwise people would know a lot about it. What? Hey, hold on a sec. How come LeMU has that kind of information?
知らないよ、そんなこと。分かってるのはそのデータとウイルスの名前だけ。
The name of the virus?
うん、名前、その名はキュレイ。
Ironic. What's the name of the cure? I mean, what's the name of the cure? Is it called death? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's completely intended. Cure. I pondered the name for a moment. Just then, yeah, a disease that makes him mortal pretty much does cure any disease, is ironic, except itself.
みんな大変だ。
Whoa, they got trouble. Kid came running into the room yelling. Kid, where the heck did you just go?
大変ってどういうこと？
Well, I was thinking about making the cliffhanger the name of the disease, but this is actually presenting an even better cliffhanger. So, what exactly has got this kid worked up? It's getting time for that danger can happen at any moment. The whole of LeMU can give away, and they can all die. Who knows how this is going to end? Actually, I'm sure a lot of people know. But that's not the point. For those who don't know, you have to tune in next time to find out these answers and probably more. I do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall return for the next episode. Farewell, folks.